Hello, welcome back. Arsenal drawing yesterday at Anfield 2-2. It ended after Arsenal took a very early lead with Martinelli scoring a goal that really Virgil van Dijk gave the assist for. Jesus heading home just 20 minutes later from another Martinelli goal involvement. But at the end of the day, it's 2 points dropped. It doesn't matter if you're 1-0 up, 2-0 up, 3-0 up. If you score first, home or away, and you end up losing or drawing the game, that is points lost. I don't care if it's Anfield. I don't care if it's the Etihad. It doesn't matter if it's Vitality Stadium. At the end of the day, if you get the lead in the game, early or late, and you end up losing points, you end up conceding a goal. Either it's tying it or you're losing the game because of it. You have dropped points. It doesn't make it any different. I don't care who it is. Liverpool doesn't matter. It's so frustrating now looking at this result, looking at the way we played in the first half. The second half, Liverpool completely dominated. I remember watching the game and just talking to a guy next to me at the bar saying, all Arsenal need to do is get through to halftime, keep the score as it is, 2-0, massive lead at Anfield, but as they say, 2-0 lead is very, very dangerous, and of course something very special about that stadium. I just want to start with talking about the Granit Xhaka and Trent Alexander-Arnold incident, I suppose it is. Look, Paul Tierney is letting stuff go all game long. The fact that he penalized Rob Holding it wasn't even a challenge. There was no tackle. There was no effort to play the ball from Rob Holding whatsoever. It just Jota, I don't even know what you call that. There was no challenge on the ball. Their legs hardly touched one another. Jota goes down. He gave the foul, and yet he was letting fouls like that go all game long. He let it go on Xhaka when Konate came in from behind him. A couple very, very harsh tackles from Konate, actually. He wasn't even booked the entire game somehow. He kept getting away with it. I think he had 4 or 5 fouls. Didn't see yellow for a single one of them. He makes that challenge on Xhaka. He's probably a little upset. He goes to get Trent. He leaves a little bit on him. And Trent comes back and, it reminded me of that, I think it was Wijnaldum in the World Cup a couple years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it was, who saw straight red for elbowing a player in the back. And it wasn't as severe, but I remember seeing it thinking, how is that not a red card? I've seen the replay now 3 or 4 times. I don't know how it's not a red card. If that was any other, can you imagine that happening to Harry Kane? He would have gone down and cried and bitched and moaned. He wouldn't have gotten up for 20 minutes. People are still talking about that Harry Kane incident. But because Granit Xhaka is who he is, he's man enough to turn around and stand up, goes face-to-face with him. This is what everyone is saying. I've seen Gary Neville say it. I've seen Chris Sutton say it. All these pundits piling on, making Granit Xhaka the scapegoat. They're saying and they have a point that you're saying they're 2-0 up. Keep your composure. Yes, of course that has to do with it. But Granit Xhaka coming face to face didn't wake up any crowd. The crowd was woken up when they scored the goal. It was still dead silent after that. A couple fans getting up and screaming. Yeah, so what? It was broken up. Nothing really came of it. 2 yellows for both players, and that was it. And Salah, it was a great build-up for the goal, and they were lively after that. We're lucky they didn't score sooner. With 15 minutes or so to go, they really just scored the last minute of halftime, and we're lucky it wasn't earlier because who knows what could have happened. Again, the penalty was a complete joke. I don't know why it didn't go to VAR. There was no check for it. Paul Tierney's decision stood. This guy cannot officiate big games like this. He doesn't have the balls to hold the players accountable. He'll either give a yellow out if he wants to, or he'll let the same exact foul go without punishment at all. So I don't know what you call that. The same foul on a different play. One is a yellow card. The other is no foul whatsoever. And it happened all game long. I hardly had a voice yesterday because I was screaming at the TV when I was watching the game. I just don't think he's fit enough for the Premier League. He's not good enough. And how many times we have to say that? And this is no excuse. Liverpool probably deserved to win when you think about it. Aaron Ramsdale, I don't know why I didn't put him in my thumbnail because I'm trying to be clickbaity as possible. Aaron Ramsdale was the hero yesterday. Absolute hero. to keep Arsenal in the game. A number of saves, not just the Mo Salah shot, and not just the save at the end of the game with Konate trying to sort of thigh it home from close range. Brilliant save. He was good all game long. Aaron Ramsdale, man of the match, easy. There's no debate whatsoever. Aaron Ramsdale won man of the match. And again, Liverpool probably very unlucky not to win there. The second half, they completely dominated. I think Arteta got it wrong with substitutions. I thought Zinchenko should have come off earlier. I thought Martinelli should have come off earlier. Give Trossard a little more time to make a difference. I'm a little worried that Smith Rowe's not getting much game time. I understand he's come back from a very big injury. It's been about 4 or 5 weeks now that he's been back. I think since he's come back for his first game since his injury. A player who's very good in close range, very good with the one-touch pass, and so is Trossard. So I suppose it's a good headache to have at the end of the day, but I don't think Trossard was given enough time to make an impact. I think Martinelli should have come off very, very tired. He was running circles around those Liverpool defenders for 70, 75 minutes. And the last pass, you could tell he was just gassed out. He scored a goal, assisted, and I haven't seen anybody talking about the very, very good pass from Granit Xhaka to Martinelli that led to the assist for Gabriel Jesus' goal that put us 2-0 up. I don't see any praise for that. I only see people attacking Xhaka for his little bust-up with Trent, who viciously elbowed him in the back. I mean, if you don't want someone on your team reacting to that, I don't know what you want to watch. Maybe go watch golf or something, because of course you're going to get a reaction out of that. And yes, Xhaka left something on him in the first place, but when you watch Trent sprint after him and hit him in the back, I don't know how that doesn't constitute as violent conduct. And that's because it does. So Trent should have seen red. The Ben White, I've seen people calling that. It's a clear yellow. He wins the ball. His foot goes over the ball. It's a textbook yellow card. When your foot comes over the ball like that, yeah, you can win the ball. Doesn't matter or not. You're gonna get a little bit of the player. Foot's over the ball, yellow card. Nobody was complaining about that. But and no one is talking about how he shouldn't have even been on the pitch. And this is not me saying, I'm not taking away anything from the Liverpool performance. Again, I've said it 100 times already. They probably deserve to win. Arsenal lucky to get away with a point. Anfield is a insane place. I don't know what the hell goes on there. Clearly, it's a terrifying place. Watch Mikel's interview about standing still, didn't know what to do, looking around. He sees a sea of red. Terrifying place to play at. Going 2-0 up almost. I mean, you might as well not be 2-0 up the way that they came out the second half. A brilliant game, I think, at the end of the day. Some weird United fans, Chelsea fans all celebrating, but United especially celebrating their arch rivals winning. Not winning. Getting level on. I'm so pissed off, dude. The game ends 2-2. You got Man United fans cheering for Liverpool, their arch rivals, to tie with Arsenal, who are in a title race with Manchester City. I don't know where the shamelessness has gone. United clearly have no idea what it's like to be in a title race. It's been too long for them, obviously. So this is the best it gets for them, I suppose. Why they choose to shit on Arsenal over two of their big rivals, I don't know. I suppose at the end of the day, Arsenal United is probably the biggest game in England. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like if you want to stoop to that level, then you have already lost it, in my opinion. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a point. That's 4 points from Liverpool this season. 2 points dropped. There's no doubt about it. Arsenal should have stayed ruthless. Should have won the game. I was hoping for the form Ramsdale was in at the end of the game. A couple saves in the first half. You would have thought, okay, it wouldn't be too crazy to get a shutout here, to get a clean sheet, but it's Anfield. I don't know what the hell goes on there. Something very, very special. The Liverpool fans certainly know how to make those players step it up a notch or two, get into sixth gear, and for the whole second half they were in sixth, seventh gear. So yeah, that's it from me. I appreciate it if you have made it this far. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you when I see you.